Hello, Internet. My name is Kirby Mine, and today we are looking at Blizzard news. So, last week Blizzard announced that Destiny 2 will be coming to Battlenet, and I wanted to get y'all's thoughts on what you think of this. I am not really a fan of Blizzard pulling in games that really aren't their own. I'm sure they had a lot of pressure from their parent company, Activision, which a lot of us, when Activision bought Blizzard back in the day, big World of Warcraft players, we were kind of worried that they were going to influence it. And for a while, it felt like they didn't. And then Blizzard started getting on a faster train of pushing out expansions every year with World of Warcraft. And I feel a lot of other people have felt that that was a lot of Activision just kind of getting them to kind of do that yearly release. Blizzard finally took a step back, seeing that it wasn't working, said, hey, this is not how we can do our game. It just doesn't work with our formula. And to a very, very good outcome, Legion, as you can see, it's releasing its patches much slower. They're bigger patches. There's more content. It doesn't feel like the players are being milked for every penny as much. Uh, with that said, Battlenet will have Destiny on the loader, so you'll be able to download it. And now a good thing you could do if you are a Destiny fan, you can use your Battlenet balance to purchase Destiny. And I'm sure if there's any items you can buy in the game, I'm sure they might add it or add it later, the ability to use your Battlenet balance. So hey, if you're a World of Warcraft player and you like Destiny, go ahead and spend some of that WoW gold on another game. Um, I mean, it looks like a good game, but in a way, it's still somewhat of a competitor with Blizzard's other games. It is kind of in the MMO formula, so that's interesting. And this is another problem too. This is not the first time we've seen Activision style or stylization kind of pushed into the Blizzard formula. So I have the honor talents pulled up here. Now, if you played Legion PvP back when it first came out, you had all these talents. So level 1, level 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. And you could fill up the bar, and then you would have many options. You could go over here, you could pick over that, you could mix and match. Now, the problem with that is the prestige system. They had a prestige system where, just like Call of Duty, you could prestige and then set yourself back to level 1, and that means you can't use any of this fun stuff, the stuff that really made your character come alive in PvP. And yeah, it was only for some mounts, some neat items, nothing gaining you in power. But what never made sense is the fun of playing PvP, especially when Legion first came out, was using, like Call Fell Lord. I was a Demonologist Warlock. Being able to summon this massive Fell Lord that swung and knocked melee away from me or down and gave me that little area protection. Well, when I got back down and wanted prestige, I went back down to here, and it wasn't until even flipping level 10 where you could just call your Dreadstalkers instantly. As powerful as that was, it wasn't as cool as these two talents over here. So you were giving up a lot of the fun of your character, and this is just one example. I mean, so many different classes had so many, really neat ideas. Like, to me, one of the rogue ones they had, let me see, like Creeping Venom. This was, actually a pretty interesting one. But let me see, rogues had something that reminded me of Yu-Gi-Oh! Shadow Duel. You lock onto your target in a duel contained in these shadows, removing both of you from the eyes of onlookers for 6 seconds. Basically, it puts you in a one-on-one fight for 6 seconds with one enemy player. If it was a healer, it gave you a chance to take that healer out without interference from the enemy team, vice versa. It was a really neat idea, but you're talking that is your max level talent. So if that was a playstyle you really enjoyed, and you wanted to get maybe the prestige pet, the prestige mount, you had to give all this up and restart. And you can give it all up again and restart. And every time it takes longer and longer, so you're really gimping your character. So Blizzard luckily listened to the fans They removed that. You can still prestige, you can still earn everything, but prestiging doesn't weaken your character at all. And I say, Blizzard, thank you for that. I'm currently not playing WoW right now. I've taken a little bit of a break, but it still made such a big deal for someone who enjoyed PvP as myself. So, what do y'all think with Destiny coming? Um, I will link in the description the article that Blizzard posted. As you can see, they do give you quite a bit of info. It will be joining our favorite games on the Battlenet loader. I wish they would actually keep it separate, honestly. I mean, I like some of the ideas of mixing the games up and all, but honestly, I don't know a lot about Destiny, but Blizzard's standard of quality has always been so high, or at least they try to be high with their games. So I just don't want it getting muddied down or watered down from their parent company. Anyways, my name's Kirby Vine, and I'll see y'all in the next episode. Take care now.